Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Can you see my little forest friend down there? I'm going to show you she went down to the creek, how to talk to the trees. Can you hear the birds singing? It's such a beautiful day. Way out in the distance, you hear somebody sawing logs or something. That's just the kind of day it is. It's Saturday. It's our last full day at the cabin, and there's lots of cabins around, so you have to expect people are out enjoying and getting their cabin ready for summer. So anyways, you find yourself a beautiful forest grove, and if it has a creek, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. And you find yourself a beautiful old tree, especially if that tree has the same offsets around it, because that shows you from the roots it's also growing. So it's a very strong, sturdy tree. So this one's actually quite big. See, it's a tamarack, which is very common in this area. So what you do is you manifest with the trees. You imagine that these trees, well, trees talk to each other for one, and they talk to each other through their roots, through the root system. So that's why you want a couple of trees that are around, and also when there's a creek, it also carries the energy. But the trees talk to each other through their roots, through their leaves, through their canopies. And there's so much information on this. It's actually quite astounding how close trees are. They're like family. So you find yourself a tree. Make sure there's not a lot of sap on it, because that sap is terrible to get off your hands. And you embrace the tree, you put your hands on the tree, and then you just start manifesting. You ask the tree, you ask the grove, you ask the wisdom of the trees. That's why it's good to get an older tree, the wisdom of the tree. And you just start asking the trees what you want. You can ask the trees to take away certain things in your life. You can ask the trees to bring you something in your life. And you ask the trees, and the trees, because they are communal, you have to let the trees know why you want this. So let's say you want a bigger house. So you ask the trees, trees, can you please bring me a bigger house? And then you have to say, because my family is getting larger and it would be nice to have more room for the children. That's the kind of thing that the trees will bring you. If you say, bring me the lottery win, the trees aren't going to bring you that. But if the trees understand what's coming from your heart, so you can put one hand on your on your heart and one hand on the tree, and hand to heart. Please, it's best if you do something emotional. Please help me with this. Please help me heal this depression. Please help me heal this weight problem. And then you say, why? Well, this depression is, I don't spend enough time with my children. It's bothering my husband. It's keeping me isolated. So explain to the trees why you want what you want. Please take this excess weight off my body. Help me make good food choices so that I'm healthy, that I can live a long life and, enjoy my children and my grandchildren. So that kind of thing. Now, if you aren't near a forest, you can always go to a park, or even if you have a tree in your backyard. A tree in your backyard is actually better, because you can go out anytime you want and talk to your tree and embrace your tree and treat your tree like a sentient being who wants to help you. But put your emotion into it and tell the tree what you want. Now, if you're in a public place, you don't feel like talking to your tree, you can say it in your mind. But try and put it in your aura and send it to the tree specifically. As you know, trees don't talk. So they don't talk in words per se, but they do talk in their own language. But if you put a picture of what you want in your mind and you're closing your eyes, you're kind of sending that to the tree, then the energies that the trees provide, root to root, top to top, and the trees they go for miles and miles and miles. They'll find what you need and they'll bring it back to you. And that's why our ancient pagans and druids, they went out and talked to the oak trees, and they went out into the groves to do their sacred, what are they called, ceremonies, because they knew the trees would bless them if they were good to the trees. So if you have a tree in your backyard, be very good to your tree and ask your tree and worship your tree. And I know it sounds crazy, but it works. It absolutely works. But you have to remember it's something for the communal. So let's say you need a new car. Now, of course, the tree's not going to run out and shop and buy you a car. But what's going to happen is they're going to bring you a situation that you can afford a new car. Maybe they'll bring you a new job. Maybe they'll bring you a small lottery win or whatnot. But you have to tell the trees, I need a new car because I'd like to drive my children to dance, or I need to get out of the house more, so I'd like to meet with my friends. But just remember to make it communal. Trees are communal. They know many trees standing together are stronger than one tree by itself. So just make sure you tell the tree why you want it, and with emotion, with your emotion, with hand on heart. So this has to come from your heart. This can't come from your thoughts or your asset gratification. Let's just put it that way. If you want a bigger house, there has to be a good reason. If you want more money, there has to be a good reason. And when you make a petition to the trees, they will hear you, and you will be amazed how soon they will respond. And they'll come in the weirdest ways. Absolutely come in the weirdest ways. And if you want to, start small. So, go out and talk to your tree and say, I need next Wednesday off of work, but don't make me sick, right? Because the universe will do that too. You'll wake up with a smashing headache and can't go to work. No. Explain why. My daughter has ballet class and I'd love to see her. I'd like next Wednesday off of work, but with pay, please. That kind of thing. Make sure you put your conditions in there. But start small. Say, can someone, buy me a coffee today? Or, it sure be nice if I heard from so-and-so today, and then tell the tree why. It just brings me really great joy to hear their voice and to talk to them. And, start small and build up. But I'm telling you, there's magic in these trees, in the groves, in the forest, and that's why they're so healing. Thank you for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.